Okay, if Kayla can channel her inner Julia Childs, I'm going to channel my inner Guy Fieri. And I'm going to make a family recipe that my grandmother made on every Saturday when we were there. And people would come from all over town to come have breakfast with her. It's a dish called FADGES. F-A-D-G-E-S. FADGES. On a boat now. FADGES has the simplest recipe in the world. It has 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, and some salt. That's it. That's the entire recipe. So we'll start with the 2 cups of flour. And it's not precise because you're going to add more flour to it afterwards. 1, 2. We'll add a little bit of salt to it. Ooh, it's going to give it a pink coloring. Okay. And 1 cup of hot water. We'll turn the water to hot. We're hot. And 1 cup of here. Now, you take your handy dandy spoon and you stir it up. So now it's not quite there. We need to add some more flour to it.
Because you're expert in this. You know the consistency.
You'll see how it looks when it's done. At this point in time, you really can't add too much flour. So, let me rephrase that. There's people out there who could. But then you use your hand and you mix it all up. Okay. And you get it to where it's not sticky to do this. I need more flour. You almost add another cup's worth of flour to it. So, you have to mix the dough. You need the dough. We need the dough. Okay. Just about there. We might have to add a little bit more flour as we go. Oh, in the meantime, you should have your oven preheating to 450. Our oven doesn't heat to 450. We're going to get it as hot as possible. We'll call it a day. But anyway, so now it looks a little doughy. So you have a little bit of flour left in the bottom of the bowl, and that's a good thing. Okay. If it's perfect, you won't need cooking spray. Chances are it won't be perfect, so we're going to add a little bit of cooking spray to the bottom to keep it from sticking. You take a bit, about this much, and because our oven doesn't get to 450, I don't want to make them as big as I normally do, so they have a chance to heat up. Roll them out to something like that, put a little dent in the top, and stick them over there. We need a little bit more flour. Sorry, we'll do another one here. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to pick up another one. We roll it out to about that big, put a little dent in it, set it in the pan. Roll it out. This is going to be a little bit bigger one. Put that one right there. Set it.
Who are these popular with?
All the kids love them. All the kids.
Especially the process.
Yes, the process. We've had families make Christmas ornaments out of these.
We have.
We've had, anytime my kids have somebody spend the night when they were younger, the kids would say, "Dad, make FADGES for them in the morning." And the kids would be like, "This is great." The best part of this is after we bake them, how we eat them. That is special. This is not healthy. Trust me. Some people will add things like honey to them. Some people will add a little bit of chocolate chips to them. I've thought long and hard about adding bacon grease to them, but we don't have any bacon grease, so okay. The oven is as warm as it's going to get, about 300-ish. Normally you would bake these for 15 to 16, 17 minutes at 450. We don't have that option, but I mean, we're not worried about it rising. We're not worried about it spoiling. It's flour and water. That's simple. So we're going to stick this in the oven for 15-20 minutes and see what happens. Okay, Now we must clean the bowl because you reuse the bowl at the end. And cleaning the bowl is pretty simple. It's just a lot of water because all you're doing is loosening up the flour to stick back in there. Anyway, I'll show you the rest when we're done. The alarm's going off. We just got a FADGES. Anyway. Alright, stop this thing. Stop. Alright, let's check on the FADGES. I hate these things. Alright.
Oh.
I think they're done. Yeah, they're done. Maybe they could have used another minute, but they're still good at this point in time. I don't like mine extra crispy. How my grandmother always served them up was she took the now clean bowl and a towel. I did one of those. Got that unhooked from there. Until you're ready to eat them, they're ready to go. They are good for now, they're good for later, and they're good for even later. So the theory was, and the only reference to these we've ever seen was in, I think it was the book North and South. My dad said there was a reference in there to them, that what these would be was something you would bake, you would then put in your pocket and go to work that day. And whenever you were hungry, you'd pull it out and eat it. I don't know, sounds good to me, because they're good for days like this. They're cooked. They're ready to go. Now we're going to show you how to eat one. This is a highly complicated, precise operation, so pay close attention. You open up the basket, you grab one. It will be hot, as you can see from the steam. You take the butter, the lid off, you cut it open on the side, like that, and then you stick as much butter as you can get into it.
Lord.
That's for two of them, don't worry. A wise man once told me that all food is a way to hold a condiment. That was Kayla's grandfather. And if you think about it, he's really correct. You have potato chips, you add salt. You have chips, like tortilla chips, you add salsa. You add sugar to things, you add spices to things. All food is a way to hold a condiment. Now I've stuck quite a bit of butter in there. FADGES. Now my wife will be sacrilegious and add honey to hers. No, she's not. Or chocolate chips to hers.
No.
But
I add
sometimes
jelly.
Sometimes jelly. Sometimes I even use the FADGE and grab a little extra butter.
And hear those arteries cracking.
FADGES.
Does a body good?
No. Remember, it's 2 cups flour, 1 cup water, hot water, a little bit of salt, and then you add more flour till you make the dough mix. Roll them out, oven, 15 minutes at 450, you're done. Bam! Breakfast.